Shop. We are chilling today. Got a couple projects to work on. Yeah, we'll just hang out today. So here's what we got today. I need to sand down this box. Sweet little, it's a little walnut box. Got to sand it down, make it nice. It did break when I was cutting it, so patched it up as best we could. Maybe through sanding, it'll look fine. We'll see. But anyway, yeah, it's just a cool little keepsake box out of walnut. So we'll get that sanded down. I got these two boards here that we repaired yesterday. So we'll go through and sand these and see how good our repairs were. This one as well. Remember, this one had that crack here, and here we repaired, so here and there. And so we'll sand that down a little later and see how the repairs did. I might make a new mallet out of walnut since I have a bunch of scrap walnut hanging around. We will see. I got all these little cut off pieces from making stuff earlier, and I was thinking maybe I could sand this down and it would just be like a little decorative wave thing, dude. Might be pretty cool. Here's a little cut off piece that I thought looked like a skate ramp, so maybe I'll sand that down and give it to somebody that does the little tech decks or whatever. A bunch of little scrap pieces from earlier that I just thought looked cool and might be useful one day. Who knows? I have a hard time throwing shit away. We got these little cutouts from earlier that I didn't want to throw in the bucket. I don't know, dude. Maybe we can make something out of those. We'll see. I've got another box glued up over here and clamped down, so I don't know, probably another hour or so that should be ready to be worked on. Here's the drawer for that one. We gotta make a little drawer pull for it. Yeah, there's the drawer. Anyways, yeah, so this is gonna be my second little box like that, third little box like that, and they're coming out all right. I'm learning, getting better. I think I'm gonna jump right to some sanding. Just get that shit out of the way, dude. Yeah, take this sweater off though. As always, when you're sanding, you want to use protection. You don't want to be breathing in that walnut dust, dude. It is super bad for you. Good to go.
Okay, so our repair did pretty good right there. It's nice and solid. I don't know, I'm not super stoked on it, dude. Another crack. This crack right here opened back up. Let's see how this one did. Okay, so this repair is fine. This crack is all filled. But this one opened back up. And I really don't feel like continuing to mess with this one, so we'll set it aside and maybe we'll cut it up and glue it up to make some boxes. But yeah, I can't keep just messing with that same piece, dude. So we'll see how these repairs did. Dude, that glue is pretty tough, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to 50 grit here just to knock it down. See if that works a little better.
All right, we'll set that one aside for now. This one also needs to be retreated. These cracks all closed up nice and good, but this one's still open. This one's still open. I'm gonna set this aside because it just seems like, I mean, if you tuned in with us all last week, a bunch of boards. It's just this one, I'm having a hard time getting these cracks to like stay filled or whatever. But I really want this one to work out because the grain is absolutely beautiful. But yeah, I can't really send that out, you know, with these holes in the top as even a charcuterie board, because bacteria can get in there and do its thing. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna hand sand this little guy here. No, I could hit that with the orbital sander first. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the channel. We're just chilling here in the shop on a Sunday. Glad to have you aboard. Right now I'm going to work on this little, getting this little keepsake box sanded down and see if we can make this repair look good. See this one here? It cracked when I was cutting it this morning, so let's sand this sucker down and see how it looks. I do like the drawer pull. It's got a nice little drawer pull. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, welcome. Where's everybody from? If you want to put where you're from in the chat so I can see where you're tuning in from, would be cool. Anyways, cover your ears. I'm about to bust the sander back out, yo. Here's where it broke when I was cutting it, and we'll sand this down and see how it looks, huh? Maybe it'll be all right. Let's check it out. Guys, I think it's going to be okay, dude. Just a little more sanding, and I think it'll hide that break pretty well.
looking better. Looking better. That little break that we patched is starting to disappear, dude. So very cool. And now it's all but disappeared, dude. Just a one tiny little mark. So, good job. That's what it's gonna look like. There, now we got the kind of the edges smoothed over, and I can do the rest by hand. Now it's starting to take shape a little better. Cool little box, dude. That is way too fine. There we go. Got some 120 here. Pretty smooth. Gotta love that walnut, dude. Absolutely beautiful wood, man. Just stunning wood, dude. What do you think? This little cutoff piece would make a dope little skate ramp, huh? You know those dudes with the those little tiny boards? I don't know, it's just an extra cutoff piece. Extra cutoff piece that looked like a wave. I have a hard time throwing these little pieces away, dude. I don't know. Maybe they could become something, we'll see. I think we'll go a little bit finer on the sandpaper. I'm gonna do a hand sanding, and I think I'm gonna hit it with that orbital sander one more time with this same grit. One. We got some Gator 220. See how those do. What up, everybody? Welcome to the stream.
Get this mask off for a second. Welcome. I'm just hanging out on a Sunday in the shop, chilling, making stuff. Welcome to hang out, kick back, dude. Are any of you guys woodworkers? Any other woodworkers in the chat, dude? Oops. There it is. There it almost was. I gotta throw the mask back on, dude.
What's up, everybody? Welcome. There we go. So we'll oil that up in a little bit here. We'll set it aside for now.
I'll get this mask off for a few minutes. And we'll take a look and see how our this glue up's coming. So we have what's going to be another box here. What side does this go on? That one. So we've got to glue the back on. And then this one be a little box like that. Put your little treasures in, dude. You know, put your keys in there, your rings, your roaches, what have you. Anyway, yeah, we still have to glue the back on, dude. Actually, before we do, I want to kind of sand back here. While it's easy to reach, you know. Okie dokie. So that one goes like that. Thanks everybody for tuning in. If you're having a good time hanging out, you're welcome to follow the channel. Then you can get notifications when I go live. I have a bunch of the stuff we made this week. I'm going to put up on my Etsy when the stream is over. If you're interested in buying any of those kitchen boards we put together, the Etsy is Cobb Mountain Woodworks. You can also cruise over to our Facebook at Cobb Mountain Woodworks, or just hang out with us here. Yeah, buddy. Oh shit. There we go. You're never going to get that back piece on perfectly because you cut the back piece off before you cut into the box. So there's, you know, whatever your curve of your blade is missing from that. So yeah, let's get some clamps on this, dude. Trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, dudes. We're at like 220 or 230 or something. So if you could throw us a subscribe, it'd be fantastic. Helps out a lot. Reaching that goal. Oh yeah, get that clamp on there, dude. I think we should clamp that top corner too. There we go, getting a little squeeze out there. And then maybe we'll hit this bottom corner over here. You never have too many clamps, dudes. Okay, we'll set that aside, let that glue dry. What should I make with these little random cutoff pieces I have, dude? Like, I'm open to ideas, guys. What should I make with these little... I think I'm just going to sand this one real good and it'll be put it on my desk and it can be a little wave. There Guess we can sand this drawer while we wait for that to... Where's the drawer? There it is.
Yeah, dude, let's sand this little ramp, dude. Oh, dude. Why didn't I think of this before, buddy? Sometimes you gotta.
I think sometimes I'll hold on to a piece of sandpaper way past its prime, dude. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta throw that piece of shit out.
Pretty cool little tech deck ramp, dude. For any tech deckers out there. Whew. Actually, besides I can get on the old belt sander. Yeah, buddy. Time to hit it with that 120, dude. There it is. You know what, dude? We got a little crack opening here, so let's glue it and clamp it, baby. Now let's get the powerful clamp. Seriously? Super glue would make a pretty sick fucking coating for this, actually, dude. Anyways. Now this guy here. Still moving to that. Here for now, dude. Not ready, not quite ready there. This one. Oh no, we still have sanding to do, so I can't. So I don't want to treat this one yet and then end up sanding and getting all dusty. But anyway, little. Boop, boop. Pretty cool. I got another one. I guess I could make this cut off. I could make another little tech deck ramp or whatever it is. I don't know. I don't want to waste these cut-offs or any wood or anything. And these are pretty shitty. I don't know what the fuck I would make with that. This might be something cool one day. I don't know, dude. Let's get it out the way, though. Put it in the...
We'll put them in the might make something bucket over here. Cool little pieces. I don't know. I always still have this over here. Oh, dude, I had an idea. Perfect. Got a little tray here, you know, little throw your change, your keys in this little tray. I just need to sand out the bottom, sand off the outside. But yeah, pretty cool little tray. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to go investigate a noise I just heard outside. Ah, it's just the wind picking up out there. Getting there. Will this work then? This might work. It's a little better than just using your fingers, I guess. That's what she said. Maybe like that, dude. Maybe like that, dude. We're getting there on this one, guys. Pretty cool little walnut bowl, dude. Or a little walnut tray. We have a pain in the butt spot right here, dude. This is hard to get out. Let's make a little thing, dude. That is not the way. Yo, I really should have worn my mask for that, dude. But I did get those corners rounded out good. This little dish is looking sick, dude. A walnut dish. Give me this mask, dude. That walnut is harsh, bro. Harsh. What's on this That was the wrong grit, my friend. That was 220, and I needed 120. There it is. There it is.
Little walnut, little traded. I think I should take this one down to 220. I think the glue's set enough on this one, we can sand it. Now we got the shape for this one a little bit. Oh, dude, I need to go around that a little better there, but I think you get where I'm going with this. I think I'm gonna glue and clamp this corner again, dude. Just to be sure. It's kind of popping up on me. Shit. Okie dokie. Let's try that again. Get that excess off there, dude. Best you can.
Guys, I need to go take a restroom break. I'll be back in a couple of minutes, huh? Be right back. All right. We still have a little sanding to do, so I don't really want to start staining things quite yet. We do need to figure out a drawer pull for this. Maybe we'll do a lighter colored one, huh? Wait a second. That looks like shit. drawer pull. Little piece of lighter colored stuff, I think, for that guy. Got a little piece of pine here. Might look good as the drawer pull on that. Let's see. Something in this little piece for the drawer pull there. Yeah? I'll cut it down a little bit, dude. Perfect. Perfecto. Ooh, that storm's starting to blow in here. I enjoy woodworking, guys, just chilling in the shop and just making cool little things. That'll be our drawer pull for this little drawer. Just making cool little things, dude. It's good for you. So what do we got today? We got the this little box done. Oh, cute little box. Then we got this little walnut tray done. We still need to, of course, stain all these. We decided that this needs to be gone over again with some sawdust and wood glue to fill these cracks. But that's still a beautiful board. Then we have the Tech Deck skate ramp, which which would be pretty sick. Then we have this other box, which will, I think it'll look good. I think it'll be a good looking little box. I do like these kind of abstract shaped boxes, dude. Huge fan of those. We've got, this needs to be sanded. This is just going to be for my desk. Just a little wave. It's just going to sit on my desk because I didn't want to waste the piece. We have another potential tech deck skate ramp. Needs to be sanded down and finished straight right there. This little cutoff piece. This little cutoff piece reminds me of one of these. You know what I mean? Gotcha. So yeah, that's what we got done for today, dude. Gonna wait for this glue to dry on this so that we can finish sanding this. And then once that sanding's done, then we can go ahead and put whatever treatment we're gonna put on these different woods. I think they're all gonna get no, this one should get the polyurethane, I think. This one I might stain the box like, let's just do it, dude. Who cares about the dust? Let me grab some gloves, dude. So we'll stain the outside a little bit lighter, and then we'll stain the drawer a little darker on this one. We've got this Danish oil. So we'll use this lighter Danish oil for the outside of that box. Oh, that's beautiful, dude. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. It's been a nice chill Sunday just out here. Just making some things, dude. If you want to support the channel, just go click follow or subscribe or whatever it's called. It would help us out, dude. Like the video. Click the things, dude. Damn, that looks fantastic, dude. That looks fantastic with that oil. Holy smokes, watch. Watch that. It's like magic, dude. Yeah, that came out. That would really like that Danish oil, dude. Look at that beautiful walnut grain. Just incredible wood. Then we're gonna do, I think we should do the little drawer pull also in the light. Just so it kind of stands out or whatever. So we'll do this little drawer pull in the light color. There we go. the dark. And this is my favorite part of the project, dudes, is get the finish on it at the end. The grain pops, you know. The grain pops, dude. And it's beautiful. Tough to get down on those little, there we go. We'll let those sit. I think maybe I should do the tray in the, let's do the tray in the Danish oil, dude. In the dark. You guys ready for this reveal here? See that grain. Well, the oil's definitely revealing where I dug out a little too deep in that spot. But you know, dude, sometimes you have little mistakes or whatever. It just lends character to the piece, in my opinion. Not everything has to look like it came out of a CNC machine, dude. I'd say it likes the Danish oil. That looks good. Dang, you can really see my mistake on that one, though. See how it looks when it dries. Nice figured walnut, dude. There you go. You've got a handmade walnut tray. Let that dry. Over here. Guys, I'll be right back. I want to go properly dispose of these oily towels here. I will be right back. Whew, getting rainy out there. What's up, everybody? Yo, what up, Bubba Johnson? Yeah, man, I made two of the today. I got this little one that's drying. And then I got this one that I had to re-glue and clamp there. And it's going to have, this will be the drawer for it. There we go. I'm gonna let that glue harden, I think, dude. Maybe overnight on that one. I do kind of want to finish that one though. What else, man? I'm kind of like achieved my goals for the day here as far as what I wanted to get done. Look at this little tray here. You can see where I dug too deep. Little boo-boo. It's okay. And we have our little tech deck ramp here, dude. Pretty sick. Anyways, guys, I gotta get going, man. I have to put all that stuff we made this week on the Etsy. So if you want to take a gander at that, it's Etsy, Cobb Mountain Woodworks at Etsy. Also, you can follow our Facebook. Subscribe to the channel helps, dude. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.